G'day everyone, welcome to Xrissart. Very nice to be here. Just wanted to say hello to our friends. G'day Lindy, hello my darling, how you going? Wendy, oh she decided to make an appearance. Thank you Wendy. Cherry, hello. And of course, you know, thank you to the moderators in the stream. Okay, so now can I just tell you? Oh, g'day, Carol. Hello. This is a portrait of. I'm doing a portrait of my husband. Now, in light of what we've been talking about on the Facebook, and you know, let's do our self portraits. I thought this is a long time coming. My husband's been waiting for me to paint him for, I don't know, it's years, right? And of course, you know, he's always waiting, and I'm thinking to myself, and well, this is the first time I'm actually painting someone who I know. When I think about it, of all the portraits that I've done, so, and I thought, well, in light of, I better start. In light of our the portrait challenge, I thought that I would do this and give you some ideas as to how to move forward. So what I've done here, and of course it doesn't have to be a likeness. It doesn't have to be an exact likeness, but of course if you wanted to, you could have G'day Nanette, hello Nan, how you going? Nice to see you here. When we're talking about, of course we'd like you to have a likeness, or it's got to be something that we can tell that it's you. Do you know what I mean? It could be a hobby that you have, and so you know that you want to incorporate. So for example, here with my husband, I've got, now you can't see it, so I'll reveal it after I've done this here, the background, which is a soft background. My husband's into motorbikes. Now, of course, this is a secret. I can tell you now that he doesn't watch my live streams. He would have no idea what I'm doing. And of course, I'm going to hide this. Yeah, well, I know that he does from time to time, but you know, what are the chances? Actually, it better not happen this time. Anyway, so this is a surprise. So this is a surprise. So he's not knowing that this is coming. So I'd rather it be a surprise. Yeah. So going back to, there is 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 images on in this portrait. My husband is a bike rider. He loves to ride bikes. He has been riding bikes all his life, and he's had jobs that involved bikes. Like for example, when he was a young man, like about 19, 20, he was a postman and he had a postie bike. When he was a young boy too, he bought his first dirt bike. Right, when he was 17, he worked 50 million jobs, and he saved up money, and he ended up buying himself a dirt bike. And then down the track, he becomes a police officer, and he ends up being a bike cop, you know. And of course, in his later years, you know, he still had like dirt bikes, and now he's got a road bike. So I think, well, let's just do something with bikes or that identify him. And of course, the photo that I've chosen is about 10-year-old. And which is a really nice photo, and he really does like that photo. I know that he likes it. So this is how I've put it together. Now but he likes the rough. He likes that loose work, and I thought, oh, okay, cool. But what I'm going to do, there are certain areas which I'm going to have detailed. So, for example, around the eye, mouth area, certain areas, there are helmets here. There is going to be certain detail about the helmets that he's worn and stuff like, he'll identify with that. So that's how I'm putting it together. Let me see. Okay, will you give him antlers. No, Nanette, I'm not going to give him antlers. Oh, hello. Hang on, let me make sure. Hi, Sergio. Have I missed anyone? No. All good here. Yeah, no. So no antlers. And Sergio says, Chrissy, which is why you are live streaming this surprise to your thousands of fans. Yes, that's right. Yeah. And you don't have a dirt bike in... Oh, that's right. And I've got a dirt bike in my living room. Yes, that's right. Wendy, yes. So, then Wendy says, okay, yeah, okay. When Wendy was... We were having a conversation with Wendy and Sergio before, and I swear to you, I don't think they even took a breath. Like this. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I need to take a breath just listening to you. So, Jelena, hello, my darling. How you going? So, and I'd like to also, talking about this portrait challenge that we're doing. I've also shared it on Share Your Art with. I've shared it with the Unmasked Art group. Will has given me permission to extend the invitation to our friends, because we're seeing is that, we're friends on both channels and Facebook. So he was Will was he goes, absolutely, share it on there, and of course he's going to be a judge. He's going to judge them. I'm not going to judge anything. I'm going to participate, but I'm not going to enter in the competition, but which I'll outline, which I'll start to talk about right now. So there are conditions, and I'll just reiterate what I wrote in the post. Let me see. I just want to make sure. Okay, I just want to make sure that I've read everything before I start. So it just says, if you feel the need to bring detail in certain areas over others, I would suggest investing said detail in eyes, lips, hair, yes, and other textures besides skin. Yes, that's what I'm going to do. Nanette says, Chrissy, a mini portrait of you in his head. I know, that's funny. Oh dear. And then Janice says, Chrissy, that sponge is shredding. Yes, it is. It's the sponge that's doing this. And then it says, I'm not on Will's channel. You have to pay, right? I used to watch him on YouTube. No, the Facebook. The Facebook I'm talking about. And yes, he has got his art club. Are you blowing off? Are you blowing? No, no, that's right. They look like crumbs, don't they, Nanette? No. He's got his art club, but he does have a YouTube as well. He still does, but not as much. But I extended the invitation to the Facebook group. That's what I did. Yeah. Oh, Rebecca, hello. How you going? Nice to see you here. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, look, it's all crumbling. I'm going to vacuum it after. So the rules are, there is a firm deadline. Okay, with our group paintings, the deadline was set, but people got a bit stuck, and I was okay with extending time. But this one, there is no extension. It is the 31st of August. The deadline is the 31st of August, wherever you are in the world. So, for example, it'll be like the Aussies will be, say, or the Southern Hemisphere, it will be, the 31st, while it's still, the day before, so in the Northern Hemisphere. So it's wherever you are in the world, okay? So, having said that, it's all about having fun, really. That's what we want to do, is just have some fun. And what we would like to see, so if someone is looking at your portrait, that they could recognize something from you, or you can tell us about yourself in this portrait. So it doesn't have to be necessarily your current version now. It could have been, say, when you were, I don't know, 20, 20, or, but incorporate your personality in the portrait. You can use any medium you want: graphite, charcoal, oils, acrylics, pastel, colored pencil, I don't know, whatever it is that you like to do. Heck, you could even do a sculpture if you wanted to, right? So, but yes, so any medium. So we've got about 2 months, and I thought, well, this would be a good way for me to practice doing someone I know, because I've only done one other one besides this one, which is mine, which was just a very rough one anyway. I was just playing around with loose work, but this is what I mean. So yeah, so I just, if people have, I mean, some people are saying, oh, getting a bit self-conscious. No, I don't want you to be self-conscious. Don't do that. We're all friends here. We all know each other, and don't be bashful. Okay, then it says, let me see. I'll do myself on a stripper's pole, a fantasy. Funny lady, May. You crack me up, Nan. You crack me up. That is hilarious. That is absolutely bloody hilarious. And then, oh, hang on, Sergio, hang on, before that, I've got to say, for some reason, I thought you were going to make another self-portrait. So when I saw the outline, I was like, oh, this must be Chrissy in her mohawk phase. Well, no. This is Painting David. That's what I'm calling it. Painting David, because that's my husband's name. Okay, thanks. I want the fellowship. What is it? I want the fellowship, but not the tutorials. Hey? Oh, Will. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Okay, gotcha. Talking about Will. Okay. A brilliant idea, Nanette. Now it's stuck in my head, says Cherry. That's right. Look what you've done to us. And what did Rebecca say? Rebecca said something before. Oh, with a Jessica Rabbit body. Oh, yeah, that's so funny. That's so funny. Okay, look, now I'm going to have to vacuum because I really can't see what I'm doing here. So excuse me just for a moment. Yeah, and so so that's why I needed to get someone external from the group to judge, someone who was impartial, and there's going to be prizes, by the way. There are going to be prize giveaways. I don't know, prizes. So that's what's going on there. Okay. And Rebecca says, I share that fantasy. Draw me in the background, please. Oh, so funny. And it says, Chrissy, my cats just let the room. Oh, you're kidding. Oh, they left the room at the sound of the vacuum. Oh my gosh, did they get scared? Oh, wow. Were they looking for the sound? Oh, okay. I'll turn the sound off when I go to vacuum, which is going to be very soon again. Okay, right now, just covering a bit of background. It will change, and it's going to be a very rough, it's going to be very loose here, so around the background. I'm playing around with some ideas too, so all right. Yes, so that's pretty much. So if you go to the page, if someone is just discovering, happen to stumble on me and go, what is she talking about? Well, what is she talking about? It is a portrait challenge. G'day Abigail, hello, nice to see you here. Yeah. Wendy says, wow, Chrissy, first it's going to be very loose, then you're playing with ideas. Yes. Whatevs. Yes, so yeah, just to reiterate, that's all I was just doing, reiterating what I did, what I said on the Facebook group. Yeah. All right, back again. Hang on a sec. I'll just I'll cut out the sound for a minute. Okay, so it's not the pastel that I'm picking up, it's the sponge, and I can tell you now, like, I'm just pressing hard on it, so it's not the pastel, if people are just wondering what that is. All right, so I want a bit of a lighter color here and there. No, not that. I'm going to try a shape. Here we go. Oh, how about a portrait of myself walking a tightrope over Niagara Falls? I'm getting some good ideas now. There you go. You know, if you've done that, why not? Do it. Hang on. And Sergio says, sorry, I'm trying to go back. In other news, I made a chocolate tart. Not sure who needs to hear about this, but there you go, honey. Okay, yum. Sounds yum. No. Rebecca goes, okay. Let me see. Okay, truly have medical memory problems. I can't remember the name of the stuff that Chrissy is using to block the painting. It's Xrissart. It's masking film. Masking film by Xrissart. That's what I'm using. Yeah. 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 Yeah, there you go. Frisket, there's another word for it. Yep. Do you have Dave's permission to draw him? He's been waiting for it. He's been waiting for it. He doesn't know I'm doing this. There is no... Look, you know what? I'm willing to bet, I don't know, things that I can't talk about on the stream, right? I'm willing to bet those, right, that he is he's not remotely looking at this stream, so this is definitely a surprise. And is he going to be hanged somewhere around the house? Yes, he is, and it's around his dirt bike. We've got a dirt bike in our lounge room, and I think it would be appropriate for it to go there. Yeah. Yeah. That's it. Yes, there you go. Yeah, in some countries they call it frisket, but they call it frisket here too. But yeah. Yeah. Here we go. Okay. Oh, is he a smoker? No, he's not a smoker. No. All right. Okay. Yeah. There we go. All right. Okay. Besides smoking, hot, you mean? There you go. There you go. Yes, I agree. I agree. Smoking, hot, that's what he is. All right. So let me vacuum again, and I'm going to see if we can start somewhere here. So hang on a sec. I'll just quiet this down for a minute. All right, we are back. Okay. No, not this one. Okay. Now what I've done is, I'll show you when I took the liberty of cutting this before stream, so I didn't have to, oh God, here we go. Cutting this before the stream, so I didn't have to cut it. Right. Okay, his accent is way stronger than Chrissy's too. Yes, that is true. Way stronger. Yes. Yeah, it is. All right. So now shall I zoom in so you can see? He's got glasses on. He's always wearing sunglasses. Like that's always. Right. Well, rain, hail or shine, he wears his sunglasses. All right. So, and this is one of his favourite photos. So I'm actually going to zoom in so you can see. We can get closer now. Like, this is really weird, me doing him. Yeah. Okay, all right. Now I'm going to use brushes in this because there are certain details that I want, and it's this area here. And I'll start off, although his glasses are really dark, not black, they are, I'm going to, it's like a, dare I say it, raw umber extra dark with black. So I'm just going to mix that. And I'll start with that. Yeah. All right. Okay, and there I'm using the raw umber here for I just want to know where that highlight is. There's a highlight like a what is it? A reflection. Here we go. And I just want to know where it is before I go in. Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, he won't be expecting this. Yeah, so it's going to be hung near our dirt bike in the lounge room. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so this is just an idea. It's just an idea that, you know, of how to put something together. If people are not knowing what to do, they're thinking, oh, how should I do this? Well, this is just an idea of what to do. And I mean, you might want to include your pet. If you've got a pet that you love so much, you might want to include that in your portrait, but it definitely has to be something of you. Yeah. And I think one of the reasons why I've delayed doing someone that I know, or particularly my husband, is because he is like super critical. Like, you know, if something is out of joint, he'll pick it. And I'm thinking to myself, oh my gosh, he'll be picking this apart like you wouldn't. I hope that he won't, but you never know. You never know. I hope that, you know, he'll like it. Chrissy, you should paint yourself in that reflection. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Cherry says, I'm frightened to ask why Chrissy has a dirt bike in her lounge. Ah, there is a story about that. Would you like to hear about it? Okay, well, I will tell you the story. Is there a reason behind choosing the blue Pastelmat for a portrait, since you know skin tones basically neutralize? Well, you know what? I just needed to use it. I've got it and I wanted to use it. I'm actually going to be using a lot of the neutral coloured Pastelmat, so I've got a lot of this. Although I still like the darks as well, but yeah. Okay, Rebecca says, just curious, can you make mask over pastel without moving the pastel? I've done that once. It's not desirable. I remember it was on a live stream actually a long time ago, and I had forgotten to do. Yeah, I had forgotten to do something, and I had pastel already done, and I put the masking film on top, and then I worked on it. But then, of course, it's going to pick up some of the pastel. I just had to go over it. It's not something that I would normally do, but if there was, like, if you had done a mistake and you needed to correct something, that would be the only time that I would do it. Now, the story about the dirt bike. When I need to mask an area that already has pastel on it, I use a sheet of paper, and yeah, that's a very good idea. In fact, Glassine. Now, the dirt bike. Let's go back to the dirt bike. When my husband was about 17, he loved bikes, and of course, in those days, like, you know, couldn't afford to buy, like, parents couldn't afford to buy him the bike that he wanted, and so he worked all sorts of jobs, and he saved money. And he bought a dirt bike. Back then it was, I think he paid $800. This, now we're talking, you know, 30 years, maybe 40, yeah, about 30 years. So, you know, $800 was a lot then. And of course we've got photos, he's got photos of him, you know, with the bike and things like that. So a little while ago, when I say a little while ago, it could be like half a dozen years ago, he was reminiscing about that bike. And so he went looking in Australia to find that particular model, that particular, not the bike that he had, but that model. And of course, in Australia, he couldn't find it. He looked high and low. Anyway, so he was looking on eBay in the US, and eBay on the US, and he happened to find, he was just looking to see if anyone was selling bikes in the US. And there was someone who was selling dirt bikes in the US. What he did was they restore to museum quality, and he sells them. And so Dave asked this fellow, would you be interested in, he goes, I noticed that there's an RM250, is it Suzuki RM250, is that for sale? And of course the fellow said yes. He goes, my wife, he had like about, I don't know, 20 or 30 bikes in his garage, and his wife said to him he's got to get rid of about, I don't know, 20 of them, and this or 10 of them or something, and that had to be one of them. So we had never had a bike come from the States, and so yeah, he purchased it, arranged for the bike to come to Australia. There was, you know, all sorts of paperwork that needed to be done, and Dave said to me, oh God, don't spray it, Chrissy, say it. And Dave said to me, he goes, I said to him, I go, what are you going to do with your bike? And he goes, oh, look, I'll just put it in the shed. And I went, really? You're going to put it in the shed? And he goes, well, and I go, no. Let's put it in the living room. And he looked at me funny and he goes, you sure? And I go, yeah, let's put it in the living room. So we've got this little nook in the lounge room, and it hasn't been started. There's no fuel that's gone into it or anything like that. So so it's sitting in our lounge room, and that's the story of how we've got a dirt bike in our lounge room. I've sort of condensed it a little bit. So, but yeah. It had to be, yes, it was expensive, because he ended up paying, I think back then, about, I don't know, around about 4,500, but then there was all this shipping, and it got to about 12,000. You know, by the time you paid this person to do that, by the time you paid that person to do this, you know, and so, yeah, but I'm told now it's actually quite valuable. Quite valuable, more valuable than what we paid. So interesting. So it's a vintage. It would be considered now a vintage bike for sure. So it's a piece of art. Oh, hang on a sec. She has all kinds of. Yeah. Oh, old stuff. Oh, yes. Yeah. Old stuff. Yeah. I do. I've got a whole heap of stuff. And Nanette's, yes, Nanette, it is museum, pristine. Really is. It is a superb bike, a superb looking bike. Yeah. I might take a photo of it, and I'll take a photo of it and let you know what it looks like in the living room. And because I'm not lying, it really is. That puts your art hauls in perspective. Okay, so it's... yes. Oh, yeah, look, that's why Dave he's never said no to me. He's never said no to me about the amount of money that I spend on art and all of that. And yes, it does put all my art haul. He has spent like thousands on his... But you know what? He works hard. He's earned it. He should, you know, God's allowed us to, you know, to be able to do this. So why not? Definite. Nolani, hello, my dear. Hello. Welcome. So it's a piece of art. Yes, it's almost like a sculpture in the living room, if you want to put it that way. It just happens to be a dirt bike, Carol. Yeah. Okay. Moderator Lynn, hello. Hi everyone, hi Chrissy, we'll watch replay, cannot make it now, just wanted to say hi. Hello my dear, nice to see you here and thank you for popping in to say hello. From Canada, Lynn from Canada. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Okay, I'm going to do some skin tones here. Hang on. Oh, Wendy said, hang on. Oh yeah, some of the old stuff, Wendy says, some of the old stuff even comes and goes in the lounge too. Right, Chrissy? Yes. Yes. No. Okay, the old stuff, she means old stuff like me. Now I got it, that's fine. Okay, some of the old stuff even comes, yeah, all right, fine. So you see, she's in full form. Full form. Yeah, so there you go. Where did they go? And of course, his skin is actually quite pink. Dave is actually quite, I make fun of him sometimes, quite delicate, lovely pink skin. So, yeah. He's got a, Dave's got a mustache in this, and he's probably got a little bit of a shadow, like I don't know, 5 o'clock shadow. Is that what you call it? So he's got that going on, but all right. Okay. All right. Yeah, so this area I want to do it as yeah, not terribly sharp, but sharp enough. But the rest of everything is going to be light. Okay. Okay. Okay, Rebecca. Oh, sorry, I missed that, Rebecca. Rebecca says, Chrissy, you should use the bike in one of your mashups. How am I going to do that? Interesting. Anything is possible, Rebecca. Anything is possible. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Lynn. Thank you, Lynn. Have a nice live stream, Chrissy. Thank you. Thank you. Such a sweet lady for coming in to pop in and say hello. Lovely. Okay. All right. I think I'd like to. Yeah, I think I'd like to neutralize that. See, his skin is pink. So he's pink. He's pink. Just making sure that he wouldn't know that I'm doing this. I just had to turn my head because I saw, I heard a noise. I'm thinking, oh God, I hope he doesn't pop. He doesn't pop in unless, no, he wouldn't. Yeah. Yeah. So I just wanted to find out for people that are in the stream, are you thinking of doing the are you thinking of doing a self-portrait? I know, Abigail, you've had a play. I've seen that. Yeah, which is so nice. Yeah. My skin is pink, blue and purple, depending on how cold it is, says Jerry. Yes. Wendy says, first I heard of it. I'm not good at portraits, so probably not, Chrissy. Oh, look, don't be a spoil sport. Just have a go. I'm going to try it. Well, good, Carol. That's good. Not looking like this, I'm not, says Sergio. My husband too. He's getting sunburns in the dark. There you go. I'm going to do one. Oh, fabulous, Nan. That's good. I'm going to do one. I don't think, oh, Janice is not either. I don't think I will, but you never know. Okay, well, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah. Well, there are prizes anyway, so. And also too, you know what I mean, you know, you've got like a couple of months to play. I mean, you can do a few, decide which one you wanted to submit. Cherry says, my head is spinning with this portrait. I've got ideas, but don't know how to get them on paper. Well, you know what? Just do little sketches. Like, I did a little sketch myself on how I wanted to position them. I pretty much had it in my head how I wanted it to look, but play around with ideas. You know, no one has to see your your process. You know, you might do a couple, you know, I don't know. Imagine that no one is looking. That's what you got to do, and just be free and yeah, be free and creative. Okay, I wonder how I'd look as a basketball player in the NBA. Did you used to play basketball, Nan? Did you? I don't know. I used to play volleyball. I used to play basketball. I used to play netball. What else? I used to play softball, but not for the NBA or any national team or anything like that. Just school stuff, you know. So, which I enjoyed. Rebecca says, Chrissy, I want to do a self-portrait, but don't feel I have a chance at winning anything. Just curious, are the portraits judged anonymously? Yes. Yes, they will be. Well, anonymously. You mean like no names? Put on no names? Is that what you mean? Will from Unmasked Art is going to judge, so he might recognise people, but that doesn't matter. He's going to be objective. I know he will. So, I know he will. And I've asked someone else, like I've asked, like say Will or an external person to the group, although we all know each other very well, but I think that, you know, I think it's appropriate that he can judge. Okay, Carol says, Chrissy, do you have a composite of what this picture is going to look like, or just individual pics that you are putting together in your head? Okay, I'll show you. Hang on a sec. And then Wendy says, Chrissy, is not only allowing, but you are also encouraging you to play with yourself. Okay. Yes, I'm not going to go there. If it was in her head, then it wouldn't be this normal. I'll show you what it is. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can show you. Now, these are just bits, okay? Okay, just hang on a sec. I'll see if I can get it for you. Come on, where are you? Okay, there it is there. This is something. There you go. So these are, if you can see that there's him where the dirt bike is on the bottom right. That is, I've placed it there, but it's not necessarily going to look exactly like that. You know, there'll be a suggestion, and of course there he is with his dirt bike gear in the middle, and the other bike person, him, is his road bike. So that's it there. Anyway, so that is what I'm going to do. Okay. Well, I used to ski a lot. Maybe I can paint myself as an Olympic ski jumper. You could. Okay, your hubby is cute. Yes, he is. Nanette says, "Oh, he's a hottie. My monitor is smoking." Yeah, that's him. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. The important thing is that he likes it, and that's all I'm really worried about at the moment. So yeah. Oh, g'day, Kathy. How you going? Do you think he will look at this stream after you give him this pic? I don't. No, he won't. He doesn't have the patience to watch my streams. I mean, yeah. I think it's probably more old hat for him. It's just water off a duck's back. He goes, oh yeah, she's painting in there. Oh yeah, no, he wouldn't. Oh look, this is no. I mean, I should never say never, but he won't. He won't. Yeah. Okay, Cherry says, I'm going to think of it as a challenge and a learning curve. Yes. Yeah, and plus have fun. Like, you know, have fun. That's the thing. Have fun. And then Rebecca says, yes, I agree. Always learn something, especially with challenges. Yeah. Yeah. Just trying to make you think outside of the square. Circle. Box. 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 Okay, but he is the star here. Yes, Carol, he is. He is. I just hope he likes it. That's for me, that's the most important thing. Oh God. I can't understand how nervous I am about this. You have no idea. I normally don't worry about these sorts of things, but I am with this. Nanette says, silly question. In the US, we vacuum. In the UK, they hoover. What do Aussies do? We vacuum. We vacuum. Hoover is a brand, and I think Hoover is a brand, so I think that's why people have said that. But we vacuum. Yes, we vacuum. That's an interesting question. What does everyone else call it? Yeah. No. Yeah, no, we vacuum. All I'm doing here is I'm just putting lights and darks where they are. Just for the... And of course he's got a little dimple. He's got a dimple. Gabriella, hello, hi everyone. You could make him a time-lapse version to watch it of it being painted. Yes, that can be done. Yep. We say, Cherry says, we say vacuum more now since Hoover brand went out of a top brand. Okay, there you go. Kathy says, I call it hard work. That interferes with arting. That's right. That's what it is. Exactly. Yeah. Oh, yes. Hard work. That's right. Yeah, so this is sort of like a practice run for what I want to do for myself. So this is what I'm going to do. Yeah, I'm going to find things that are about me and see what I can come up with. Okay. Okay, just zooming in on him. Yeah, see this bit here is the moustache. So have I done moustaches? Yes, I have done moustaches. It's not something that I do all the time though, hey. Cherry says, I go around the house and vacuum up any spiders I find. There you go. Steve, hello. Hello, mate. How you going? And as he comes around the bases, he slides and he is safe. Hi all. Finally made it here. They're sliding in, aren't you? Steve's just sliding in. And it says, Chrissy, why haven't you put any of the portrait images in the background? They are all crammed together in the foreground. Why haven't you put the image in the background? Images in the back. Yeah, I didn't want to do that. Interesting. I didn't want to do that. Yeah. I when I was playing around, it looked like he was holding a baby. That's why I didn't do that, because it looked like he was like I had one of his versions around him. It looked like he was holding a baby. That's why I didn't do it. It gave me that impression. But good point. Oh, definitely good point. Okay. Oksana, hello. Nice to see you here, dear. Okay, Abigail says, you translate the Dutch word for vacuum cleaner. It is literally dust sucker. So I guess in the Netherlands we suck. Oh, that's so funny. Rebecca says, Chrissy, it's funny you say you are nervous. I did a portrait of my aunt and uncle for my cousin. My cousin is very critical. I ended up spending a year on the portrait because I shut down. There you go, see? And that's what happened. So, okay, Nanette says that's a good reason. Okay. Yeah. I mean, if he doesn't like it, I'll have to redo another one. It'll take probably another couple of years or more before I do another one. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. That's the mouth. Yeah. Actually, there is a bit of, because he's fair, there's also blue and green actually in his face. So I might put some of that. He's got that around here, I can see. Purples, I can see purples, blues, greens. Yeah. So what ideas do you have? Do you have any ideas how you're going to do it? For the people that said that they're going to paint their portrait, have you got any ideas? I know you guys were mucking around, but seriously, come on. And what medium? Chrissy. Oh, a male portrait looks great so far. Yes, it's my husband, Oksana. Oh, yeah. We've been having a conversation. He doesn't know that I'm doing this, by the way. Yeah. So. It must be odd to see your husband in the ugly stage. Yes, I know. Terribly ugly, isn't it? Yes. Definitely. Yeah. Steve says, Chrissy, how do you decide what colour to use as a base? It is always the same thought process, and if not, what determines your choice? How do you decide what colour to use as a base? I generally have a look like an overall, like it's an overall view. Sometimes I will look at the face and I'll go, oh geez, that's more slightly pink. That one is more, you know, there's you know, more yellow, or you know, more ochre-y, more, you know, and then so I go, and so then I start to use the darkest of those shades and then build up. How do you decide what color? Is it always the same? So it's not always this. Yes, it's always the same process when I'm looking at it, you know. Yeah. Carol says too many, but we'll okay, too many, okay, but we'll sketch like you suggested. Most likely pastel, most forgiving. Absolutely, yeah. Too good. Chrissy, oh, how cool. Surprise portrait. I drew my husband once when I was much more horrible at my skills and still hates it. Well, you see, this is the whole thing. I don't want my husband to hate it, so hopefully, let's see. Time for a do-over, Oksana. Exactly. There you go. Have a go. Have a go. My small brushes. Where are my small brushes? Where did they go? Oh, I had them next to me. Oh, here they are. Okay. I just want to outline his nose, make sure it's there. Okay, I drew my husband. I wouldn't need to worry about his hair anyway. Okay. Nostrils are here. And there's a nostril there. Make sure. Just outlining where the nostrils are, because that is also can be out when the nostrils, and of course noses. Wendy says, Chrissy, do you think you will ever do your boys in their uniforms? Ooh, that's a very nice suggestion. That would be nice to do. Oh yeah, that's a really nice idea. It never crossed my mind. Yeah, it never crossed my mind, but yes, that's a very good idea. Yeah, once I've done Dave, I can then start doing my children and my grandchildren, I think. But very good idea. Wow, I have to note that one down. In here, it's there. Now, Chrissy says, Cherry, I've been doodling ideas now and think I've found one. Will definitely be pastels. Yes, yeah. Okay, poor thing. Yes, and then it says, yeah, I can understand. Okay. Oh, Oksana. Kathy says, no hair, but a lot more skin tones to deal with. There you go. Yeah, Dave's, he's still got his hair, and he's blonde. He's blonde, so this will be interesting. Blonde. Abigail says, Chrissy, I have made a pencil drawing of me and my husband, then boyfriend, 28 years ago. I should post that. Go ahead. I think you should too. That'd be nice. I can't do portraits, but at least no one will know if the likeness is good. Well, just do your best. But Cherry, I've seen your work. And I've seen all your work. You all go, oh, but hello. Nah. You do some really good stuff, Like it was so funny with the group painting. Oh, Chrissy, this is so hard. This is so hard. Oh my gosh, I don't know. And I'm thinking to myself, and then you send me your portion of the painting. I'm going, my jaw drops. I'm going, really? I go, look how good this is. I can't understand how you guys were thinking, oh, this is no good. Don't be giving me that excuse. And there are these wrinkles that I don't want I want to make sure that I get his laugh lines. There's the laugh line there. Chandri, hello, nice to see you here, my dear. Yeah, Steve said I can yeah, Steve, with the pans, she goes dark for base, yes, then uses lighter. Yes, that is exactly what I do. Is this medium about the only one that works this way? No. Oils work that way as well. Acrylics work that way as well. They're the three that come to mind. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, with coloured pencil, it can work either way, I think. You can start light and build up, but there are some people that go dark and then put their highlights on top. But I probably wouldn't recommend it the same way, as in the same line as oils, pastels, acrylics. You know, watercolour is the exact opposite, like lights and then build up. Yeah, but definitely pastels. I mean, there are exceptions, of course, but, you know, generally, yeah. Wow, I'm just looking at what you're looking at. I'm thinking, whew, definitely the ugly state. Oh, poor Dave, you look so ugly right now. And his eyebrows are just above that. You can just see his eyebrow there. So, there. Anyway. Jenna says, I was thinking this week, there's an app that makes up random people. It's pretty cool. You can make portraits and it's not really of anyone who exists. Well, there you go. That's all right. Okay, here we go. All right, I think I sort of know where, hang on, more lights in this area here, just there. Yes, Nanette, yes, we are all very familiar with the ugly stage, that's right. Rebecca says, I am thinking small portraits of through the years. Oh, that would be a really nice idea. Oh, I like that idea. See, that's being creative. That's really good. Oksana says, I would say ugly stage is every artist's best friend. Yes, that's right, because you've got to climb out of it, out of that ugly stage. Yeah. That's his moustache. I've got to be very careful with that. And you know what? He's got this birthmark underneath his moustache. It's actually, and it's red, but I'm going to make sure I capture that, and it's right there. I know where that is, so I can't not. It's right there. I just want to make sure it's right there, because I did draw that in. Make sure that, yeah. And I suppose it's all of these unusual markings that, you know, that identifies the person. Like, for example, if there were, like if you're doing a pet portrait of some kind, and of course, you know, cats, dogs, whatever, they've got special markings and stuff like that. So, yeah, you have to make sure that, you know, to have those in there. And it's a bit like this, you know, like I've got to make sure that those certain markings are there. Specific marks. Okay. Okay, my portrait will definitely start. Kathy, no way, don't be silly. Steve says, Chrissy, I knew that answer to my question, but I wanted to be sure I had it right. Absolutely, no, all good. Heidi, hello. So this is your husband, the man in black version. Yes, that's right. The men in black. I saw a big. Yeah, that's right. Yes. Hope you're well, my dear. I'm loving everyone's artwork being posted on Chrissy's Facebook page. Yes, just wanted to let you all know because you're all talented and unique, and you are such a lovely lady, Oksana. You know what? I've got to say, like, our group is so unique. We do so many different things. I am just so, the topics are varied. The subject matter is varied. And we all come together and we can do one great big painting together, which is really nice. Our group has some wonderful artists in it. You all do like fantastic work. Most definite. Oh yes, I agree 1,000%. 1,000%. You know what? I'm seeing a lot of purples with Dave in this, and I'm seeing greens with this. So you're going to see some different colours coming through soon. So yes, just want to make sure. I'm looking at it more and more and more, studying it more and more and more, and I can see more and more different colours. So definitely. So starting to get back into things slowly, says Wendy. Yes. Okay. Yes, Wendy, yes. Yeah, she's been doing, that's right, I've been doing reference Zentangle or Tangle. Zentangle, is that it? Is that how you say it? Zentangle? Yeah. Yeah, Wendy's been doing a lot of that, and she showed me, and it's some really good stuff and some really good artists that do that Zentangle. You should explain that, Wendy, in the chat, what Zentangle, for people that don't know what Zentangle is and what you've been doing. Yeah. And Cherry says, yeah, I love this group. Everyone is so helpful and encouraging, especially to newbies like me. Oh, look, because we're all nice people. That's why. We're nice people. And the rules in the Facebook are very in the group are very simple. Just be nice to each other, and respect each other, and that's what we do. We respect each other, which is really, really nice. Thought I was amazing, and I said, let me show you what amazing is. I also told him the people that had taught me the most was Will and you and Christine with coloured pencil graphite values. But see, such a helpful group. Beautiful. I love reading things like that. What is Zentangle? Here we go. Zentangle is a meditative type of art uses simplistic lines to create complex pattern in a nutshell. Yeah, in a nutshell. Yes. And I've seen some beautiful art, like, drop dead gorgeous art. Beautiful. It's a it's very interesting actually, and very cool. Okay, Moustache. Let's go Moustache, eh? Now Moustache, he is fair, and of course it's a blonde moustache, but I'm not going to do blonde. I will show that it will be blonde, but not in the beginning anyway. No, that's not the right color. Hang on. Here we go. Lindy says, I was heavy into Zentangle a couple of years ago. Made up a whole lot of patterns. Yes, I loved it. Should do some more sometime. But life is so full. Yes, I know. Wow, that's really interesting. Abigail says, Chrissy, it feels more like a sort of art family. I love the people in this group. Yes, it is, isn't it? We're very much like that, aren't we? And we've known each other for a long time too. That's the nice part about it. And welcome new friends, and who now have become old friends as well now, which is really nice. Yes. Steve says, Chrissy, you know Wendy better than most of us, so I have to ask, why does she want to paint complex lines in a nutshell? Who does that? Well, you know what? I think we all know her very well, to be honest. And I think see, that is a Wendy type comment actually, because that's what Wendy would say. That's what. Why does she want to paint complex lines in a nutshell? And I know you mean physically in a nutshell. I know that's what you mean. Yeah, definite. Ah, dear. Okay, here we go. Yeah, there we go. See, Abigail, sorry. See, we've missed you, yeah. And Wendy says, in response to Steve, who doesn't like playing with nuts at the See? She couldn't resist. There you go. Yes, yeah, you set her up. She said it. Ah, dear. That's very funny. Very funny. There's the top part of his lip. There, and the lip. There's another part of his lip here. And it says, peanut shells are difficult, but if you can find a coconut, it will be much easier. See, that's what we... Very funny. Very funny. Okay. Very, very funny. Yeah, that's very funny. Kathy says, Steve, shall we say you are nuts? Oh, look, they're all coming out. I love these. That's very, very clever, Kathy. There we go. Wendy says she thinks that, what is it? I think I live in the nutshell. I am a bit nuts. Fun. Oh, that's right, because Rebecca said, when you're ready to come out of your nutshell, we'll be here for you. Oh, that's so sweet. Yeah. Okay, so if you were to describe what kind of nut you are, oh God, what kind of nut would you be? Oh, well, you know, when I say nut, I mean a literal nut. You know, the one that you eat. So if you were to do that. If you were to describe yourself, what kind of nut would you be? Okay. All right. That's a very open-ended question, but anyway. This is looking, whoa. Okay, let me have a look. Wendy says, Chrissy is really asking for it tonight. There you go. There you go. Janice says, I'm a hazelnut. Go, Ned. Go, Ned. Would you like to explain... You know what? My husband uses that term, gonads. Like, he goes in the gonads, and I'm thinking, oh, that's so funny. Steve, everyone loves a nut. The whole world loves a weirdo, brains in a rut, but everyone loves a nut. Oh, that's a nice little poem, nice little limerick. Think I'm a cashew nut, soft and sweet and curvy. Ooh, I like that. Okay, I would have to go with my childhood favourite, which is walnut. And no, I didn't bring my head... What? And no, I didn't bang my head on walls. Oh, that's so funny. Okay, I don't know what kind of nut I am. And Sergio, what did Sergio say? Well, hang on. No. I can't see Sergio's. I can't even see it. Let me see. Wendy says, Chrissy, you're a bag of mixed nuts depending upon your mood. There you go. I was trying to figure out what kind of a nut I was. Well, we settled that one, didn't we? There we go. Abigail says cashew nut. There you go. Oh. Okay. I need more here. That's so funny. Well, I'm a stubborn nut. I still don't know how my husband puts up with me sometimes. There we go. Okay. All right. This is going to be transformed. I promise. I promise. I promise. A lug nut. Okay, what's a lug nut? L-U-G. What is that? Here we go. Sergio says, well, besides a nut job, I'm also the kind of nut that just randomly falls from the sky and gives you a concussion, you know, so that you may never forget me. There you go. Wendy says, Chrissy, he turned into a transformer. He is going to start his own industry. There you go. Yeah. Okay, what is this? A doula? Eduard? Edi Utis nut. Rare, exotic, and weird. There you go. I've never seen that. I'm going to have to look that one up. It holds the wheels on your car, says Nanette. Lug nut. Gotcha. All right. All right. All right. Okay. I never want to visit Romania where big nuts fall from the sky. Well, there you go, Sergio. You're a memorable nut. How about that? A Pokemon nut. Oh, wow. That's so funny. That's so funny. All right. Okay. All right. Hang on. Who? I don't want to miss anyone. Who's who? Oh, Kathy goes, I loved monkey nuts as a kid. So supposed I'd swing from a chandelier if I had one. There you go. And then Wendy says again, okay, change my mind, Chrissy. Is the missing nut 747? There you go. Yes. And Steve says, I'm the type of nut called straitjacket nut, found in most asylums. Even alone, we have a grand time cracking ourselves up. Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, let me just zoom out. Yeah. All right, so this is going to be transformed so much. So, but yeah, so I thought that I would lead into practice painting portraits of people that I know. So my husband was a very good start, and hopefully I want to see if I can finish this as quickly as I can. But let's see how we go. Hey, I think I'm going to end the stream right now, but I just wanted to say thank you all so much for hanging around. Geez, we have a blast, don't we? We have a really good time, and I'm so glad that that you guys are around it, that we're around each other. So I just wanted to say all thank you so much. We'll be here next week, same Chrissy time, same Chrissy channel. And wanted to say thank you to Wendy and Janice, who were moderating the stream today. Very nice, very kind. Thank you so much. Bye all.